Hello and welcome to Winchester News Online. I'm Alfred Morris and here are the top stories today. One of the many strikes this week was from the National Education Union, so I headed to Guildford on Wednesday to find out more.
Strikes continue to rock the country this week, with teachers in the NEU striking on Wednesday to push for a pay rise above inflation. One such strike was in Guildford, with about 100 attendees, many of whom wearing the slogan "Pay Up."
At the moment, teachers are faced with the real prospect of not being able to pay their mortgage or pay their bills, heat their homes, feed their children. And so we are campaigning for better pay, not just for the teachers, but also the funding of the schools.
According to the NEU, more than 90% of members that took part in their ballot voted to strike, and up to 300,000 people took part in the action on Wednesday. Among those expressing concerns is Education Secretary Gillian Keegan, who has said that since the pandemic, parents are once again facing uncertainty for their children.
Well, as a parent and as a Member of Parliament, I've seen quite enough impact of the pandemic on children's education. The last thing they need right now, especially those suffering from anxiety issues, is to be out of the classroom.
Nevertheless, as of right now, the strikes will continue. Negotiations fell through last Monday, but Gillian Keegan says her conversations with unions are ongoing, so a conclusion may soon be reached. Alfred Morris, Winchester News Online.
Continuing with the strikes, our reporter Owen Noon went to see how Winchester and the local community itself had been affected.
Following the national teacher strikes on the 1st of February, Christchurch in Winchester opened their doors and hosted a day of activities for pupils to spend the day whilst their schools were closed.
We had an area set up to work. We thought they might not do much work, but actually most of them were pretty diligent. We also had things like table tennis, we had a tuck shop which was very popular, hot chocolates, pool, table football. But you know, if schools aren't closed, then we'll be very happy.
With a lot of people being unable to provide childcare during normal school hours because of work, places like the Christchurch in Winchester, who opened their doors to children affected by the strikes, really helped take both stress and pressure away from parents and guardians.
I think strike action is needed. I'm not sure on what format because the kids do lose out. However, obviously the teachers have voted and obviously therefore strikes happening. They're trying to get the point across to the government that actually they need to listen, because not only is the teachers' pay going down, but at the same time the kids aren't getting the education that they actually deserve.
Another teacher who would prefer to remain anonymous told me that he would be striking because every day decisions he makes are not ideal because of the funding that schools receive. All staff are overstretched, undersupported and underpaid. This all at a time when support for young people in the wider community has been dramatically cut. With more strikes in the south set to take place on the 2nd of March and countrywide on the 15th and 16th of March, the Christchurch has already opened their bookings and are planning activities for these next dates. Owen Noon, Winchester News Online.
18 days of UCU strike action have begun over issues relating to working conditions, pensions and pay. We sent out reporter Harry Jewell into Winchester to find out why people are striking.
Strike action has not been seen on this scale since the 1980s is well underway. The University and College Union are among several unions that have strikes planned in the coming weeks. So why are people striking and what are their aims?
Now, with this current wave of crazy inflation, we are looking at an enormous pay cut for next year, which just means that our situation is becoming really, really difficult for lots of people. We're not a special case, you know, there's nothing that we are pleading for which is different from what other people need, but my goodness do we need it right now.
Where previously people would not necessarily understand why we're going out on strike, now there's much more understanding because people are affected at virtually all avenues.
I see my professors struggling to get by and not being treated as they deserve. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I don't think personally it's not good for the students.
Former journalist Dr. Roger Cottrell, who lectures in politics and communications at the University of Winchester, believes the strikes need to go further.
It has no right to exist. It's an illegitimate government. It's attacking the working class. Its policies amount to violence against the general population. And I think we need to be building towards some kind of general strike or coordinated strike action with other forms of direct action. with the aim of actually bringing down the government altogether.
We want to make it really clear that obviously we completely respect and support students and staff, and everyone should be able to strike if that's what they want to do, and we will support students independently whatever happens, but we just wanted to make sure that as an executive committee we are really going off what the students wanted.
With further strikes planned by the likes of those employed by the British Museum and the DVLA, it looks like the UCU members are not alone in their crusade. Harry Jewell, Winchester News Online.
J.K. Rowling is once again causing a stir with her controversial views as the Harry Potter franchise has expanded with the new video game Hogwarts Legacy. Jamie O'Sullivan has more.
Thank you, Alfred. So Hogwarts Legacy is the first Harry Potter video game in over 10 years, so anticipation is at an all-time high. However, the creator of the Harry Potter universe and the author of the books, J.K. Rowling, has come under fire in recent years due to her transphobic comments on social media, as well as a recent protest on the Gender Recognition Bill in Scotland, which made it easier to be legally recognised as your preferred gender and broadened the meaning of what it was to be a trans person. All this has led to the boycott of the new game. The gaming community has come together, and with over 1 million signatures, a petition to boycott the game is underway. Despite this, Hogwarts Legacy has taken first place on the Steam weekly top sellers.
Winchester High Street loses yet another big brand this week, as Paperchase announces that the brand has been bought by Tesco, causing the closure of over 160 stores around the country. The store is yet to be filled, leaving another empty unit in the city centre, along with other abandoned shops, following the previous closures of Debenhams, Closs and Hamblin, Boots Opticians and many others. Changing market plans have forced Lloyd's Pharmacy to leave all Sainsbury's branches. Our reporter Tom Wilson has the latest.
Lloyd's Pharmacy is to shut all 237 branches within Sainsbury's supermarkets, with the pharmacy at Badger's Farm, Winchester being one of many to close its doors. The pharmacy chain will withdraw from all Sainsbury's stores over the course of 2023, a move that will put jobs on the line and affect a countless number of patients. I spoke with a pharmacist at Badger's Farm who gave me the following statement. So my colleagues and I are very fearful that we might lose our jobs, but I don't know what's happening. I will have to find another job.
People rely on it regularly, and if you don't have the pharmacy there, which the people have been used to, there's a lose-lose to everyone.
Oh, I'm very sad about it. It's very convenient to go to a supermarket and then get whatever you need from the pharmacy.
I'm that old, I can remember Timothy White's. You don't. But it was Timothy White's against Boots. Timothy White's lost out. People lost their jobs. It's the same thing here. People have got jobs with the pharmacy. You should be able to rely on that, shouldn't you? And I feel really sorry for people who don't have a workplace.
Lloyd's Pharmacy has revealed that services will be cut following a recent strategical review, blaming changing market conditions as the reason for the end of the collaboration.
However, it has been confirmed that Lloyd's pharmacies that are not based in Sainsbury's will remain open. Tom Wilson, Winchester News Online.
The New Forest verderers have recently released their 2022 animal death statistics. The results show that there is a decline in accidents from previous years. Amelia Hopkinson went into the woods to find out more.
The New Forest is home to around 3,000 free-roaming ponies, so it's no surprise to come across a few while you're driving through. Animals in the forest actually have right-of-way on the roads, but they don't have any road sense and are drawn to them by the sweeter grass along the verges and salt placed on the roads during the winter. People are also asked not to feed or touch the animals, as this can also draw them closer to the roads. In order to keep animals and drivers safe, there is a 40-mile-per-hour speed limit enforced throughout the forest. The New Forest verderers recently announced that 41 New Forest animals were killed, injured or destroyed in 2022. 34 of these were ponies, alongside 3 pigs, 2 cows and 2 donkeys. A further 19 animals were also injured. 26 of these accidents happened in daylight, 13 happened in twilight and 43 happened in the dark. Drivers are actually required by law to report any incident involving a donkey, a pony, a cow, a pig, a sheep, a deer or a dog to the police as soon as possible and within 24 hours, even if the animal does run away.
The animals almost become like background to people, and they sort of think, oh, you know, they drive by the ponies every day, never think they're going to move, and of course one day they will step out. So it is much more lack of awareness, and rather than just blatant speeding. Although speeding does unfortunately play a part as well sometimes.
The verderers have taken measures to prevent road accidents, especially in the dark. Most ponies will wear a reflective collar to help them stand out to drivers at night. Amelia Hopkinson, Winchester News Online.
With awards season in full swing, Sinead Cochran has the latest on Sunday night's Grammy ceremony.
Sunday saw the return of the Grammys, and the 65th ceremony was full of historic milestones. Beyoncé became the most decorated Grammy artist of all time. She now has 32 Grammys after picking up 3 on the night, including Best Dance/Electronic Album. Viola Davis also became the 18th person to be added to the prestigious EGOT list, meaning she has now won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar and Tony Award. Her Grammy win was for Best Spoken Word or Non-Musical Album Finding Me.
And it has just been such a journey. I just EGOT!
Kim Petras also became the first transgender woman to win Best Pop Duo/Group Collaboration with her and Sam Smith's viral hit Unholy.
And I just want to thank all the incredible transgender legends before me who kicked these doors open for me so I could be here tonight.
It was also a big night for Harry Styles, who won Best Pop Vocal Album and Album of the Year for Harry's House. Other winners included Lizzo for Record of the Year and Adele for Best Pop Solo Performance.
And that is all we have time for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.